Hey everybody, yeah, video 3 of my clover plot prep update. And I apologize for all the videos, but I'm honestly kind of proud of this. This is the very back of the dog leg up here, and this thing finally finished 40 by 45 yards, which is enough, I hope. My back really probably couldn't take much more. If I rested, I'd be fine. But this is the back of the plot, and I'm probably, crazy idea, I think I might do some mock scrapes back here. I got some Smokies, dear Lord, that works actually. That really works. Anyway, back of the plot. I got this thing cleared yesterday. I'm going to try to do this so I'm not so shaky this time. And I piled this brush up, essentially for security cover for these deer. And I want them to have to come in from one direction, from the west where my timber is. But one blessing is I probably have enough wood up here that's going to season. I could heat my house probably 2 years. Anyway, try to do this not so shaky. This is the very back of the plot. And I finished this last night, 4:30. So much to come out, so much work. But just like anything in life, if it came easy, it wouldn't be really worth having. But all hand tools, chainsaw. I did buy a little brush cutter. And so here's the plan. I'll just watch the weather. This is Monday morning. I think this is March 6th. Yeah. Just watch the weather. Bad storms coming tonight. But then Thursday, good soaking rain. So guess what I'm doing? Wednesday, if not Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, I'm going to get up here with a blower. Hopefully these leaves won't be so wet I can move them. Just try to make it so when I seed, the seeds can touch the bare dirt. But if not, that soaking rain coming in Thursday, it'll wash these seeds off, whatever leaves are here, and they'll get ground contact. It should be fine. But pelletized lime, fertilizer, then I'm going to seed probably, well, if not Wednesday, I'll seed Thursday before that rain comes in. So I wanted to show you some of this. There are a lot of brush and timber in here, and sadly, not a single persimmon. Believe me, I wanted to save them. If there was a persimmon in here, it was going to stay. But you know how rare that is not to find a persimmon in brush? Anyway, this is all, obviously this has been cleared who knows how many years ago. 10, 15, 20 years, but it all grown up. And some of these, well, the post oaks for that matter, are over a foot in diameter. You know, of course, I saved the heavy stuff for last. But we got it done. Just a little bit more cleanup to do on the far side here, and a little sticker brush. But other than that, and I'm over the hump. I'm very pleased. Very pleased. I've always wanted to do this. But that oak there is going to be a stand for north wind, northwest, northeast. It works. Essentially, this plot, I'm going to be able to bow hunt this for every wind except east. Well, guess what? Well, that 2-trunk post oak right there, that's perfect for south. Perfect for a south wind. Or west, directly west, that'll work. So, yeah, I have another stand for east wind here on my ground. Like I said, this is all new ground for me. Just bought this. So I'm assuming, well, I piled all this brush up because I want some security cover for these deer, but I want to funnel them. I want them to come in. This is directly west, by the way, my timber. I'm assuming these deer should come in through this timber. So we'll see. But, oh, this is what I wanted to say. The best apple, anyway, I'm going to own this ground until I die. This is it for me, my last move of life. But, so I started to think, well, long story short, the best apple I've ever eaten in my life is an old 1800 heirloom variety called Arkansas Black. By far the best apple I've ever eaten. Well, I found some. I found a nursery, guarantees these trees. Well, this is what's going to happen here. This is going to be Whitetail Institute clover. And so I'm going in full-time deer management. It's for the deer, not for me. Anyway, this is going to be clover, and you'll get 5, 6, 7 years out of this perennial. Well, I want some Arkansas black apples for me. Well, I'm going to plant a couple trees for me, and then a couple different varieties to cross-pollinate these apples. So my plan is, somewhere here on this plot, I'm going to have some Arkansas black apple trees for me and the deer. But this is what I want. I want an early season dropping fruit apple, a mid-season, and then the Arkansas black, they drop into January, December and January. So it's going to be perfect. And I thought, you know, at least 3 species of trees so they pollinate each other. And I want an early season, mid, and late season apple. And then, believe it or not, some persimmons. Actually, there's a Japanese persimmon that grows, looks like a baseball. And deer eat them like candy. So I'll do a few persimmons. And then, I don't know, 6, 8 apple trees. Point is, this clover plot, I'm going to get 5, 6 years out of it. And you do it right, these apples, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to fertilize them, spray them, trim them, whatever. But these apples, 5 years from now, 5 or 6 years, should be mature and fruiting. So, and the great thing is, I take care of these trees. They'll be here for my kids. And you talk about a honey hole. Well, we'll see. I'm going to put the work in and try to have a long-term, you know, a 25-year. This could be a 25-year plot for wildlife. I'm kind of excited about that. Matter of fact, I'm going to call that nursery today, try to order my trees. And I don't know if I'm going to do bare root stock. You can buy these trees in containers. I don't know if it buys you a couple years. Cuts your production time maybe 2 years. I don't know. But I know this. Even bare root, I put these apples in 5, 6 years from now. This is going to be awesome. So, this is my new place. I have one neighbor that I can see this time of year. And see her barn up there. I'm not too far from the line fence, but I'm going to stay here the rest of my life. I should never, honestly, that's my Morton building, should never see another house here. It's just perfect. What a blessing for me. This kind of place I've wanted for years, and it worked out. So, some cover for these deer to come in. Of course, I'm not going to overhunt this thing. If the wind's not right, I'm not going to come up here. But we'll do this right. So here's the plan. Wednesday morning, Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm going to try to blow whatever I can these leaves out of here and rake up some of the sticks, I guess, and then run to MFA, my co-op, get my fertilizer and pelletized lime, spread that for sure Wednesday. That's going to happen Wednesday for sure. Then have my seed. I don't know. Watch the weather again Thursday morning, and we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna get this thing planted, and I'm ahead. You know, I think I had till the middle of April get this planted, but I'm ahead here. I'm pleased. I've always wanted to do this. So I have a good clover plot here, and I'll take care of it, and I'll spray grasses and broadleaves. You know, I'll do it. It's fine. And I'm really excited about these apples and the persimmons. Arkansas black, everybody, seriously, I'm 49 years old. It's the greatest apple I've ever eaten. My parents used to go up north of St. Louis when I was in college, you know, 25 years ago. They used to go north of St. Louis and ride the ferry across the river. I think Winfield, I think that's the town. Well, there was some old orchard up there and an old timer growing these apples. And oh, what a treat for me. What a treat. And these Arkansas black, they're almost impossible to find. So I'll tell you what, grow your own. So I'm spending the time and the money, and hopefully 5 years from now, I'm gonna have some awesome apples. I gotta get the princess fired up. She can start making me apple pies. So, but honestly, I've done all this sweat work up here, all hand tools, just because I wanted to do it myself. I could have had a machine come in, but if I ever do this again, I probably will have a machine. But this one is all on me, and I'm proud of it. I'm going to do it right, you know, and try to manage quality management this ground for wildlife, and all this is for the deer. And you know, the blessing is I'll kill some deer up here, I'm sure, but seeing deer is what matters, honestly. So, and this is really for my kids. you know, the apples take off, and hopefully they will. And, you know, 20 years from now, my kids can come up here and see wildlife and kill a deer. That's what this is all about. Killing a deer is not the most important thing, but I do believe that kids need to at least see some deer to get them hooked, hopefully. And I'll tell you what, my kids, they're going to come hunting with me. And if they don't want to ever come again, okay, but they're going to come at least a few times. So we'll see how it all works out. Folks, once again, I apologize for all the videos, but and we will update this thing here. Let's just say I plan it this week, second week of March. You know, I should see Clover up here 5-6 weeks, I would think. We'll see what the weather does, but 5 or 6 weeks. So, thanks everybody.